If you watched my last video, you know that I was unsure of how I wanted to use this luxe schedule. Oh boy, I got that wrong. Breathe. Focus. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I bet you didn't expect to see me back here so soon and looking oh so freshened up for you. This is what happens when I get home from work. I look like this. But I am on here because if you watched my last video, I was toying with what to do with this guy. This is the Erin Condren Luxe Weekly Schedule Pad. And on the inside, it's just a plain week. Let me see if I can get it to focus for you. So it's undated and you can see it's vertical columns. The days of the week are foiled so you can't see them all, but just to get an idea. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, and then as I was editing that last video, I had an epiphany. So one of the things that I want to do for 2019 is to eliminate things. That is the word I'm using for the year. You may have heard this buzzword, the word of the year or one little word project. Eliminate is my word. And I'm gonna focus on 3 key areas. Eliminate weight and bad eating habits, because a girl needs to get healthy. I'm going to eliminate debt, which is something I've been working on and you've seen some of those videos. And I need to eliminate clutter. I have filled my house with lots of stuff and I just need to get it out. It's time to take control of my living space because I don't need all these things. I don't use them all. Other people can make better use of them. People who don't have resources can make use of the spending that I did and be warm, be clothed, go on interviews. So I really just need to do a purge of my house. And this guy here is gonna help me. And so I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put this to use in my house for the next year. Okay, the first thing I realized, one way that I could separate out my home and to think of it in zones is to think of it by the rooms that are in my house. So when I think of my home, I've got 6 buckets. I've got my kitchen, I've got my laundry room, my bedroom, my craft room, my second bedroom, my living room, and my dining room. So when I'm thinking of decluttering projects, I could literally go room by room and I could do things like, let's see, in the kitchen, declutter appliances. This is things like blenders, juicers, things that you don't use anymore, extra mugs, stuff like that. I could declutter my, I don't have a pantry, but I have like a standing pantry, like a shelving unit, so I'm just gonna call it the pantry. It's got all sorts of stuff on it. The spices, the Tupperware. They could literally come up with projects, obviously, for each room, just like that. So I could do that, and because there are 6 rooms, I could say that January and February, it's gonna be a focus on the kitchen. Laundry room will be the next 2 months, you know, so go step by step. And what I could try and do then is if I've got 2 months for the kitchen, let's say I have 8 projects, you know, I could focus on 1 per week. And that seems really doable, obviously. It seems really reasonable and at least when it comes to the kitchen, when I think about larger projects. So for example, my bedroom, right? I've got my main closet, the one that I use every day for like work. But I've also got my other closet that's got like dresses and gowns and things like that. I've got a huge dresser. I've got a bed with drawers. I've got I would incorporate into this, out in the hallway there is a coat closet. So, you know, that could be, feels a little overwhelming to me, but maybe not. The craft room, I don't even want to get started in all the different areas I could hit, because this could literally go by product type, obviously. It could be, go through the paper, go through the inks, go through your stamps. But this is a good way that I could zone it out by room. Because this list seems overwhelming, I really wanted to try and focus on like a quarter of my life, a quarter of the year. And so I wanted to keep it a little bit more manageable, and I wanted to start with the things that I know I could easily part with. I just need to do it. And so what I'm going to do is zone out some of my stuff by a couple of categories. So things that I wear, so things that go on my body, things that are for my home, and then things that are tied to my hobbies. Because I really feel like these are my 3 main buckets. So what do I mean by things that I wear? I've got easily 50 pairs of shoes that I could probably part with. Things that I'm no longer wearing, things that don't fit right, things that aren't the right style, sandals that are like in tubs that I haven't worn in years. They just need to be donated. I've talked about that coat closet. It is filled with fleeces from previous employers that I'm just not wearing them. Someone else could from a warm fleece, especially in the winter time. My clothes closets, obviously. I'm also referring to things like my linen closet. It's got things like my lotions and my makeup. I mean, my linen closet is stuffed. And so this could keep going, but these are kind of the main buckets that I can think of off the top of my head right now. But just kind of focusing on some key areas that I could start tackling now. When I talk about my home, I'm talking about those small appliances I mentioned that, you know, maybe I never use them and they just need to be given to a Goodwill or see if any of my friends need them. I'm talking about some furniture. I can think of 2 pieces in my house, 3 pieces in my house that I just need to, some of them have storage stuff in it that I need to take out those items and find a new home for, and they just need to leave my house. Because what happens is I have this extra furniture that I'm holding on to and I store more stuff in it. Here I'm talking about things like the Tupperware in the kitchen. I also have 2 shelves that are stuffed to the brim with books, and they're at the point now where there are stacks upon stacks of different things that I just need to clean them out. We need to simplify and donate and re-gift or give somebody, make a craft with something on those shelves because they are too stuffed. Hobbies, here I am specifically talking about my craft room because this is a hot mess. Hot mess. I mean, I don't even craft in there and I don't even film in there. And those are things I should be able to do. So I think I want to focus more on these 3 main areas, but I think I want to be nice to myself and start with not the easiest. I feel like this guy here might be the easiest, I think. I want to go with the mid one because I feel like this one's things that I wear have lots of pockets of things that I could quickly go through stuff and really feel accomplished. So what am I going to do in this Luxe Weekly Scheduler? So how am I going to use this guy? Well, if I'm going to focus on things that I wear, oh, you can't see that. So if I'm going to focus on the wearability stuff, what I want to do is I want to take advantage of this extra vellum here and some mini Post-its. And what I'm gonna put on here are the week projects. I think there's lots of little things that I wanna incorporate into my decluttering of my home, some habits that I wanna create. But first, I wanna give myself a couple of big projects. So, shoes is one of them. I'm just gonna leave that here. The coat closet. I'm gonna go my main closet. My second closet. I really should cut these smaller, but I just want to give you guys an idea. My linen closet. My dresser. And my bed drawer. And, you know, the linen closet, I'm actually going to take out one more item on here just because I really have a lot of it that I need to go through. We're gonna separate out makeup. The rest of the stuff in the linen closet can go in that area. So, these guys are gonna stay here for the next quarter. And what's gonna happen is, week 1, I'm gonna pick a project that I'm gonna focus on. And I'm gonna say it's shoes. And I'm probably gonna put it here because I wanna start this week. Just because Monday and Tuesday, it's been the holiday season, I haven't done much there, but I've got the rest of the week to focus on. So this is just gonna be my reminder on things, the thing that I am focusing on this week that needs to get done by Sunday night. And I could go ahead and put the other ones everywhere else each week, but I am just gonna take it week by week because you know what? Life gets in the way, and what if I don't get to this? Well, it's on a Post-it. I'm gonna move it over to the next week. But this guy's gonna stay here. And then the other thing I wanna do on here is, besides having a main project, and maybe I'll create a sticker or something that will highlight it down here, but I wanna create some habits, and I'm gonna probably pick 3 habits each month that I wanna focus on. So my 3 habits for January are going to be make my bed every day. It's going to be wash the dishes, so having a clean sink, and put away my shoes. So 3 easy things. I don't want to overtax myself because I have a lot of goals and I want to be able to take care of things, but these are 3 like hot spots for me. I hate making my bed. I really hate washing dishes. And when I come home, I literally just kick off my shoes and I leave them in a corner of the living room and they will pile up. So that's just unacceptable because really I can put away the shoes. So these are gonna be my 3 things, and I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them, my top 3 here as like a checker, as my 3 chores that I wanna, my 3 habits that I wanna do. And then the rest of it might be other projects that I have for decluttering. So one of my big things that I like to do, I don't do it faithfully, which I need to, is to eliminate 5 things every day. So I think I'm gonna have that as a little checker. And then maybe start tackling some of the stuff. So, you know, maybe separate out the shoes, you know, go through the sandals, go through your boots, go through your gym shoes. So I'm gonna start laying it out a little bit just to get an idea of what I mean. Okay, so this is how I want to set up my week. The first 3 are going to be the 3 habits I want to focus on and see if I can stick to them. And I'm hoping that these will be my habits for the rest of the month that I focus on. I can tell you right now, Monday and Tuesday, did not do either or any of these. But I thought I would also talk a little bit more about this Eliminate 5 concept versus my decluttering. Like, how is that different, right? If I start eliminating 50 pairs of shoes, right? It's like 5. For me, I've noticed, I live on the 2nd floor. I will just use sheer laziness as an excuse to not take something out of my house. And so if I make it into small batches, maybe I will be more successful. And I have found that to be true. It could be things to donate. It could be things that I could share with people at the office. It could just be things that need to be thrown away. And so this is key for me to just kind of continue this pattern of going through things and moving things that should not be in the place, should not remain in the place that they are. Now, shoes is my goal. Now I know that I've got a couple of different things in the, what I'm gonna call a shoe closet. It's actually in the laundry room. I've got 2 big tubs that are stuffed with like thin shoes. It's like flip-flops and sandals. I can honestly say I probably haven't opened them in over a year. So should I probably just get rid of all of them? Probably. But my fear of missing out of wearing a fabulous pair of shoes hits me and I just don't do it. So tomorrow or one of these days, I'm gonna pick tub 1, go through it. Tub 2, go through it. So I'm keeping it manageable, small steps, because I am working, so that it gets done. So tub 1, tub 2, and then I have 2 racks, like over the door racks, but they're mounted on a wall that I need to just go through. Get rid of the shoes I don't wanna wear. I need to look at these shoes and see if any of them are in good enough shape to donate. And if they are, clean them out, because I would not want to donate something that is dirty or smelly or is just too worn out that it's not useful for anybody. But I need to clean them. And then I need to, on Sunday, make sure they get to my donation bin. So I'm gonna lay those all out just so that you can see. And I'm leaving myself enough space so that if for some reason I get through this, I can just go ahead then and pick out a new one to start, right? So this is the beauty of having it on a Post-it and then leaving yourself enough room at the end down below here, so that if you wanted to add more because you tackled it faster than you thought you would, you can get more done and feel more successful. So let me lay out the rest of the week for my shoes. So there you have it. This is how I plan to use this wonderful weekly schedule pad to just kind of track and help me plan out in manageable baby steps things to help me declutter my home. So this week, the week of December 24th, we are going to get rid of shoes that we no longer wear and make sure that they go to somebody who could use them. I especially have some boots that I know I'm never going to wear that could be useful to some folks in this winter weather. So I'm excited to get started. I'm excited to start seeing all these little check boxes filled in. It's just gonna feel good to get my house in order, because enough's enough. I've got too much stuff. Figured I would just show you what I'm talking about. So I've got these racks of shoes with random stuff just sitting here. I don't even know what's in these bags. I mean, that's just bad. And then these 2 tubs. And you see that all these boots, this is stuff I'm not using. I wear, you know, the same pair of shoes all the time. Some shoes are outdated. Like, I know I'm never gonna wear those again. So why are they still here? So it's just time to release, get rid of the clutter. So I hope to show you a much cleaner, streamlined space by the end of the week. So there you have it. I hope that that was useful, inspiring, light bulb inducing. I know that I looked at this weeks ago, a month ago, and I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to use it. I loved it, but the fact that I've come up with a plan that I know is gonna keep me accountable, that I can stand it up like a table tent in my house and look at it every day, just as a reminder to check off the things that I have committed to putting into habit and to eliminating from my house, is great. And before I go, I absolutely need to say hi to some of my favorite little people who are so amazing and so supportive. They're watching my videos at their house, and they're all under the age of 15. They're planners. Their mom is a planner, a superstar planner, my best friend Josephine. But it's so cute because I get pictures and they're asking if they can subscribe. They're adorable. So I need to first tell my little people in California, I love you guys, I miss you guys, I can't wait to come see you. But hey Jaden, one day I promise I'm gonna have a video that you're gonna help me edit because your skills are amazing. Milena, anything you see here, I mean, this goes for anybody, but I know that this is kind of your jam too. You let me know if you want me to send you a couple things. Mateo, I don't know if you're into the planning thing actually, but I know that you do stuff on mom's calendar, but if there is stuff here, honestly, Jaden, Mateo, Milena, let me know because I am willing to share. I've got lots of goodies. And Dante and Dion, little buds who just turned three. Oh my goodness. Everyone is growing up. I miss you guys, love you guys. Thanks for watching. And let me know if there's a project you want me to do on my YouTube or some planning thing, because if you guys are watching, might as well make some stuff that you guys like too. Love you. Mwah.